Today we will be discussing repercussions I experience from supplementing the curriculum for social work at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, with lead poisoning. As I stated, I was not allowed to complete a housing internship in 1996. All papers that I wrote for professors, they not only had topic approval, my initial choices were different. The papers that I was failed on at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, the policy paper, the professor for that course directly asked me to incorporate the Maryland Student Service Alliance because she stated she was tired of baking brownies for her daughter to sell at the supermarket. This human behavior course, where I gathered the documents that by law were to be made available to the public through Title 10 of the Housing Conference Bill of 1992, Clearinghouse of Information. My initial interaction with the Kennedy-Krieger Institute, which introduced me to the lead clinic, was through the introduction to social work, where we had to write a paper on a hospital. Let this be very clearly understood. I hear through the internet that you, Judith Bremner, who graded this paper on lead poisoning, I hear you are now responsible for capricious grades throughout the United States for social work. Now, let this be very clearly understood. My family did not invest in slum property. My family did not invest in dollar homesteading. But let this be clearly understood as a grown person. As a grown person, if you think by the end of all of this that I'm going to be afraid to say, well, Jesus Christ, he sold you some houses for $1, and within a 5-year time span, they're going to pass a lead law. I don't want to hear it. Now, Mary Snyder Vogel of the Kennedy-Krieger Institute stated that when the lead laws were passed, they were selling leaded paint on the docks of Baltimore for $1 a canister. You will never actually know what kind of paint is in anybody's house when somebody is suffering from such high levels of lead. The first question one should ask, did somebody put indoor paint, outdoor paint on an indoor wall? We're not, look, I am clearly stating that not only through the book Rachel and Her Children by Jonathan Cazell. The index includes countless New York City Council minutes. As I said, nobody in life tries to intimidate me. Nobody. There is not one person you have never asked to see the documents. It's quite finished, trust me. It's over and done with. My primary interest was the supermarket. I have experience in a supermarket. I'm familiar with WIC checks. I'm familiar with the food stamp program. I wanted to observe a supermarket. Human behavior, mesosystem, grocery store, location, low-income neighborhood, client, single person with child, social system, parking, location of mass transit, staff of cashiers, level of foods available, placement of candies and toys, WIC check location, availability of food stamp change. There is no comment by the professor stating that Baltimore City uses the independence card. Let this be very clearly understood. You attacked my entire being, you have left me disabled, and you have expelled me. There is no amount. Availability of food stamp change. There is no comment here that says Baltimore City does not use food stamps. Stress level of mother, father. as shopping progresses and effect on child. My asterisk from the asterisk. Question for the professor. In this case, what would be my boundary? No, no, no. You must observe a group. Read course outline for pages 6 through 8. Give another outline with plan, focus, showing a group. The Kennedy-Krieger Institute provides a lead clinic for children and their parents who are going through chelation therapy. I plan in spending the day observing them in a safe and lead-free environment. That's from Binder 5, page 1564. This document was already submitted to the Attorney Grievance Commission for the State of Maryland for illegalities that various lawyers did. Sounds good. Be sure and discuss all of the data on page 7 of the course outline, 3A through 3E, Professor's signature. Number 1, it was an oral presentation. The paper was not given to the professor prior to speech. So basically, there was absolutely no time for this woman to read through the entire paper before she gave me a 48, crossed it out, and gave me a 52. This paper does not meet the requirements of the assignment. Read pages 6 and 7 of the course outline. Your focus was more on the problem of lead poisoning. Than on an analysis of the group. If children at the art table guidelines on pages 6 and 7 of the course outline, see attached. I am certainly not put on this earth to synthesize data from within inside that teenage pregnancy paper when we discussed lead poison, when we discussed teenage pregnancy. Let it be very clearly understood from within the First and Crawford articles that I collected. In the article that states that there is an increase in delinquency during that time period, you have adequately publicized the effects of lead poisoning on the reaction rates of juveniles, which may lead them towards crime and violence. Nowhere within the Furstenberg-Crawford-Baltimore study does Mr. Furstenberg or Mr. Crawford state anything about the effects of lead poisoning, whether it be by passing through the placenta at birth or whether it be from ingestion afterwards. Let this be very clearly understood. Don't you ever in life try to intimidate me, but furthermore, as professors, you authorize the papers, but furthermore, you authorize the papers to see a reaction of not only the community of Baltimore, but more importantly, maybe some co-workers that invested in dollar homesteading when they were 2 years old. There is no amount of anything, I really do mean it. you did something and now I cannot